Sami organises a video conference with a British investment firm. Haris uses his assumed name.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello. Hey, gentlemen.
I'm
Yes, hello.
Hi. Mohammed Hassan.
Mohammed, pleased to meet you.
So my name is Mr. Rahman from
Rahman.
Canada, Vancouver.
Pleased to meet you too.
But this is not what it seems. The representative of the investment firm is working for the I unit.
To do something in Bangladesh is really great idea, but there's some problems because of still there's political issues and a little bit corruption. So of course, although the country is coming up has such a problem. But good things for Mr. Hassan because he is very well connected with the high officials, very connected with the government, especially the Prime Minister herself.
In return for his high-level contacts, Haris demands a commission of 20%.
Just 1 second, please.
He breaks down the fake investment proposal.
€100,000 dollar or euro or 100 billion. এটা ইনভেস্ট করতে হবে যদি 5 স্টার বা এনি বিজনেস ঢাকা করতে চায় ফর ল্যান্ড বাই পারচেজ এত মিলিয়নের নিচে কোনো সুইটেবল ওই ধরনের ব্যবসা হবে না আমাদের যেটা উই টেক 20% ফর all liquidation.
Then Rahman spells out how they work.
Then he will send this letter to his elder brother and will officially visit your place to talk a little bit more. If needed, we'll call our High Commission in London. So High Commission people also will be in the meeting to make it real official something. Then he can take this proposal to our Prime Minister and the army chiefs, which looks better and solid and concrete. So his company will be your consultant for Bangladesh. Basically, at this moment, his elder brother is running the country, in fact, because our Prime Minister leave everything to army chief to run the country for the big developments. This is his brother, actually.
Sheikh Hasina must call an election. A year earlier, she'd appointed Aziz head of Border Guards Bangladesh. As her Awami League government faces election defeat, the BGB becomes involved in overseeing the vote.
Aziz was head of the BGB. His role was to quieten the opposition, prevent them taking control of the streets, preventing them being a political force which the government couldn't deal with. He was very proud of that, and he said that he was the one who handed those elections to Sheikh Hasina. And it was a very crucial moment. It was very possible at that time that the Awami League government could have fallen.
A few years later, Sheikh Hasina visits Aziz to discuss his future. The general believes his loyalty is about to be rewarded.
আমাকে মহামান্য নিজে বলেছে আমাকে বলে যে আদিল সাহেব আপনি একটা মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী এসে আমার সাথে তখন যখন কথা বলছে বলে যে না আমি চিন্তা করছি there is no other alternative but ইয়াতে এটা
For the general's career to advance, his brother's murder convictions would need to be dealt with.
এবং এই যে আপনার ভাইদের অন্যান্যদেরকে জিনিস করছে এটা কিন্তু ওনার পরিকল্পনা অনুযায়ী এই ধরনের যে তার এটা হওয়ার আগে তাদের এগুলো সব ক্লিয়ার করতে হবে আমাকে নিজে হলো উনি আমার সাথে আলোচনা করে গেছে
The plan includes getting Aziz's youngest brother out of jail. Joseph had already had his death sentence commuted to life in prison. For 11 years, he'd been on death row.
আর ভাইরে কিন্তু চলে যেতে পারতো না এমন না যে অন্য পার্টি থেকে হলো তাদেরকে তখন বলে নাই এই চলে আসো কিন্তু ওরা তো বেইমানি করে নাই ওরা তো রাজি হয়নি কখনো ওই রক্ত নাই বেইমানি করে
In 2018, on the advice of the Prime Minister, Joseph is granted a presidential pardon. Tasneem Khalil is told about the pardon by a source in the military.
I was a bit surprised that why this army person is talking to me about a top criminal getting a pardon, because I did not make that connection instantly. And then he started laughing, and then he said, "You realize one cannot become the chief of the army when his brother is in prison on murder charges."
A month later, General Aziz Ahmed becomes army chief.
I mean, that's when I realized, okay, he's talking about General Aziz, and this is not really about Joseph, the criminal, but it is about Aziz, the general.
It's pretty extraordinary. Sheikh Hasina thought that General Aziz was an appropriate person to appoint as Chief of Army Staff. So you have to ask, why was she so willing to take that risk?
In December, Sheikh Hasina holds another election. General Aziz helps her consolidate power.
In 2018, Army played a very active role and assisted the massive rigging that went on in nearly every voting center in Bangladesh.
The leader of the opposition and Hasina's longtime rival, Khalida Zia, is in jail. Others detained and never seen again.
Sheikh Hasina has been very, very upfront and transparent about her goal of destroying the opposition. She's basically trying to brand herself and her family as being synonymous with the state.
The opposition has been significantly repressed. They can barely function as an opposition. The law enforcement authorities have been able to act with tremendous impunity in relationship to extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances, which have to some extent become systemic now within the whole way in which the country operates.
The I Unit has obtained documents that reveal how Bangladesh's security forces gather information on Sheikh Hasina's opponents. The files include a contract to purchase spyware dated June the 26th, 2018, the day after General Aziz took control of the army. It is stamped and signed by the Directorate General Defence Purchase, the body charged with buying Bangladesh's military supplies.